Hello and welcome to the Outside Line podcast. I'm Peter.
And I'm Emma.
And we're here to talk about all the serious and silly aspects of Formula One and other motorsports. So, Emma, do you like listening to Europop?
I do. I fucking love it, in fact. And that's what I've done all weekend, actually. Constantly.
Nice.
From waking up at 7 a.m. to going to sleep at midnight. Just non-stop Europop. Because I have just come back from the Dutch Grand Prix.
Nice. How was it anyway, as an experience, I guess?
The weather was interesting. There was some rain. There was a lot of sunshine. I got sunburnt again. There was a lot of people, like way more people than last year. So that was fun in a way. But yeah, it's a Dutch Grand Prix. Dutch people are crazy and I love them and they know how to bring a party. So yeah.
Nice. So next year, Formula E?
Yes. I mean, I am thinking about it. But it depends. It depends on who's driving. Probably. And where for.
Yeah, well, let's move on to the weekly noise, and we'll start with Formula E. So, I don't know what's the most weirdest news. Maybe Maloney to Nissan? I think
yeah.
That's a bit surprising.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's no surprise he wants to leave Lola.
Yeah.
But it is a surprise that, I don't know, Nissan... I don't know, he hasn't really shown a whole lot, I'd say, but then he is in a Lola, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, it is. I mean, no one wants to be in a Lola, let's be real. But I don't know, I've just not seen the same sort of flashes of brilliance that we've seen from, like, Taylor Barnard, even in a shit car.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, I don't know. I'm sure I know what they're doing.
It's a bit odd. But I mean, I think that means Victor Martins then doesn't get a seat, or at least not with Nissan. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. Then there's the whole thing with Penske and Porsche, and now apparently Jaguar are getting in there. So Penske apparently going to sell to Jaguar, and they're going to become like a second team.
Crazy.
It was mad. Whereas,
yeah.
So we still don't know if there's a second Porsche team, and maybe this was going to be the second Porsche team. You know, Porsche Penske.
Yeah.
It sounds sounds right, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because that's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, different Penske. I mean, the father, not but
yeah, it was his dad. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess So I thought, okay, that's probably what's going to happen. They're not going to do a second team. They're just going to buy Penske and have Penske win it. But apparently not. Apparently it's going to be Jaguar. And then, last bit of news we heard today, Dan Ticktum might be returning for Gen 4, but in the worst way possible.
In a Lola.
In a Lola, yeah. It's funny to watch you try to kind of, cope in real time. So no, they're not that bad. They want to race. It's a new generation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They want to race. It's a new regs. You don't know what Lola's brought. I don't even know what powertrain they have. So it could be dog, but no one knows.
They got their own, I think. I think they make their own.
Great, the Lola powertrain. Fantastic. Yeah, but you know what? I have faith in Dan. I believe that Dan can take that Lola places that it's never meant to be.
Yes, I think it's probably better to be in Gen 4 than not in it and kind of show what you can do. But Lola, yeah, I mean... The thing with Dan is he just always angry? Or is he like, he's only angry when the team mess up a chance for, like, a podium or something? Because... I don't think
he's always angry.
He sounds like it, but yeah.
No, because I think Cooper Kiro have pissed him about something rotten this year, particularly.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't particularly good last year either. So I don't blame him for being angry at them.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, is that since they got the Porsche powertrain, like, they should be competitive, and they mess up in strategy quite a lot.
Exactly. And so, of course, he's going to be mad about it.
Yeah, but then he's smashing up the place and stuff. So, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Oh, but you know what?
Yeah.
he's got a new car this week, so...
Yeah, so yeah, Instagram's now serving it up to me because I looked at it once, and yeah, he's driving around South London in this big stupid American car.
Dodge Charger, yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Every day, Dan Ticktum has a new story, and it's this fucking car again. I'm just like, great. I'm so happy for you.
Okay, let's go to F1 news.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do we start with? I think start with Williams.
Yep.
Sainz and Albon resign.
Yep.
Pretty big wages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, saw them at the driver Q&As on Friday in the rain.
What did they say? They say...
They were laughing. They were having a giggle. And they were like, what are you laughing for? And they were like, no, it's just funny.
We've just robbed Williams. Like, we've absolutely robbed them here. We've completely rinsed them because... I mean, it's a solid lineup, but the money seems a bit high. And I would assume Sainz has a thing in his contract that's like, if any of the big four teams ever come in from, he's allowed to leave because Williams have not shown much this season. I don't know. I guess there mustn't be any other seats, otherwise Sainz surely would have been looking around because
there definitely isn't any. Like, I don't think he wants to move like a half step, if you know what I mean. Like, go to Haas. That doesn't feel like much of an upgrade.
No, not the, Haas are down at the bottom as well, basically.
Exactly. So you don't, like, the only seat I can see being available is Ocon's seat. And even then, that is looking pretty solid right now.
Yeah.
So...
Or at least going to somebody else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess. I mean, Williams, okay, they had a good year last year. Maybe they'll turn it around. Maybe, just trust in James. Yeah.
We trust vowels implicitly.
Then Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
Max has re-signed with them for, how many years? Another 4 years or something?
Yeah.
It's big
That's
contract.
crazy.
Yeah. I wonder if it
was not expected.
Yeah, well, after all the stuff about how he's talking to McLaren and he's, Toto Wolff has been courting him for so long. And yeah. I think, well, one, that contract must have all the get-out options he wants that he can retire when he feels like it. I'm sure it also lets him take part in whatever GT races he feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even miss some F1 races if he needs to.
That'd be interesting.
And I think if he does call it quits, I think they'll still pay him basically not to drive for anybody else. So I imagine it says you're not allowed to go to Mercedes or McLaren in the next 3 years or 4 years, no matter what. So
yeah, like I was genuinely bracing myself for a retirement.
Yeah.
This weekend, like, I mean, outside of the race. Lol. But yeah, for him to re-sign was genuinely, and for 4 years as well. That's, well, is it 2030, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's like another 3 seasons.
Yeah, actually, it's not.
So,
I mean, for the amount of money that they're giving him, I think.
Yeah,
like
well,
it even though he's super rich, I mean, it really, it's not to be sniffed at, I think. So can understand why he's done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that brings us to Red Bull, because there's a change in the lineup there.
Ah.
Because Isaac, well, I don't know how, but he broke.
It was in the gym.
It was in the gym.
In the gym, and he broke his wrist
in
the gym.
Yeah,
exactly. Gym's always self-inflicted injury. So no sympathy from me here, but also because it meant that Liam was driving the Red Bull. So I didn't have to wait in the rain for any longer to see Liam because he was there with Max. So it was fine.
Lawson promoted to the Red Bull, promoted in quotation italics, and Yuki, the return of Yuki as he prophesized at the start of the season.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting, though, that they chose to put Liam back in.
As
in the Red
opposed to
Bull,
Yuki?
As opposed to putting Yuki back in, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, I think it makes sense. I mean, well, Lawson, he's used to the new cars, and
True.
Like, you know,
he's been scoring points in his car.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty well, and
yeah. But this is the first time that anyone has ever been re-promoted to Red Bull after being demoted back to VCAR or Minardi, or what the fuck you want to call him. Good weekend for being a Liam Lawson fan, I would say.
Okay, let's move on to the F1 sprint race.
Yes.
Well, start the sprint quali, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So we were told Aston Martin brought like tons of upgrades.
Yes.
So we were expecting they would at least, I don't know, they would get out of Q3.
Mm.
But unfortunately, Alonso, some other part of his car broke. And, he didn't have the straight line mode. It didn't deploy, so he got knocked out in Q1 as well. So then also in SQ1, Antonelli, he took a little drive over the gravel, which apparently lost him 25 points in downforce, whatever that means.
Whatever that means, yeah.
But I guess it just meant his car was not so good. And apparently that affected him later, at least, if you believe it. So SQ1, we saw Behrman, Sainz, Stroll, Bottas, Perez, and Alonso go out. Then SQ2 sees Lawson, Tsunoda, Colapinto, Hulkenberg, Ocon, and Albon go out, meaning that Lindblad, Gasly, and Bortoletto go through. Now, in the Sky coverage, it was Harry Benjamin.
Yes, that's what I've heard. I've heard the hatred for him online as well.
He did get a lot of things wrong. Like,
yeah. I've been telling you this for years. He's shit.
Yeah.
No one believed me until this weekend.
Anyway, the people they talked to on the pit lane was this guy Steve Nielsen of Alpine, and he was really defending Colapinto hard because Gasly had the upgrades, Colapinto didn't have them, so you know you'd expect some offset, and then he was like Gasly was like 0.7 seconds quicker or something, right? Which is no way that just comes from upgrades. But so this guy Steve was really like, no, that's the gap, that's the way it is. Which bullshit. But I don't know. He was obviously why I don't know, but yeah.
Because because Colapinto's Flavio's favorite boy.
Maybe. Yeah. Then SQ3. Well, I just tell you who takes pole. Which, because you were there.
I know, because I was there.
Was Russell. Russell.
George.
He's back.
Fucking George.
He's got engaged. He's happy.
I'm so fucking sick of hearing about his engagement, by the way. Every 10 minutes this entire weekend, it's been, George got engaged. George got engaged. George got engaged. Give a shit. Do not care.
There we go. Anyway, George on pole. Then Lando second, Leclerc, Piastri, Antonelli, Verstappen, Hamilton, Gasly, Bortoletto, Lindblad. Yeah, Antonelli had the problems. And George, hitting the ground running. Start of the second half of the season. This is the comeback.
This is it.
We've all been...
He's really feeling himself.
Out of the sprint race, Sainz and Albon start from the pit lane, because Williams. Perez... he doesn't start. Something breaks in his car, which I guess,
again, Cadillac.
Big brain thinking Perez can't screw up the start if he doesn't start.
True.
So he gets pushed to the pit lane, but he does go out a few laps later. They fix whatever they need to fix.
They send him out to just be there on his own.
Well, it's to gather data. They basically say Cadillac's whole season is just gathering data. But Leclerc, he starts on the soft, which is sort of an interesting choice since they don't really know.
Yeah.
But actually, it's fine. Actually, he looks better than some of the other people who on the medium later on in the race. So
yeah,
I guess that was fine. Then at the start, Antonelli, he makes up a place, passes Piastri. Russell, basically, he gets a gap of about a second and then holds it for most of the race. just
very
manages it,
boring
I guess.
to watch.
Quite boring.
Really boring to watch. I'm not going to lie. I nearly fell asleep.
Yeah. Well, Leclerc did provide some excitement because he managed to catch up to Norris and overtake him for P2. That was good. Antonelli also catches Norris but can't overtake him. Hamilton is kind of stuck behind Max and can't get past, so that's them. And it finishes, George wins, Leclerc second, Norris third. Yeah,
it wasn't looking like a good weekend.
Yeah, it was a very straightforward race. Even the rain came like one lap later than...
Yeah, and it properly chucked it down as well.
Yeah, it would have been...
It was really heavy shower, and if it had come maybe 5 minutes earlier, the end of that race would have been brilliant. But unfortunately, typical Zandvoort, really.
Yep, just strange. Yeah, I mean, no real surprise there. Gasly held on for P8, get some points, although he was like 30 seconds behind Hamilton. Lawson, well, maybe we should mention, like, he almost got into SQ3. He wasn't that far behind Max. I mean, I think it's...
No.
When the racing bull gets through and you don't, it's a bit embarrassing, but I mean, I think he did
also, fine. Sprint weekend, he only has an hour practice in that car. He's got to find a rhythm, We can make excuses all day long.
I think it's fair enough. So let's move on to F1 quali, the proper quali. God, I actually don't have any notes.
Well, neither do I.
Well, Q1, Sainz, Lando, Stroll, Behrman, Bottas, Perez go out. Q2, Gasly, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Colapinto, Ocon, Albon go out, meaning that Bortoletto and Lindblad are the ones to join the Big Four. Although it did mean Lawson got through.
He did.
Then there was some talk of rain. Most people went out kind of a bit early and get their laps done.
Yeah.
But the rain didn't seem to come, which sort of saved Ferrari.
The rain did not come.
They were either very clever or very lucky that it didn't come. But it didn't really help them anyway. But it was Lando who took pole.
Lando! Yes.
He does
Lando.
He likes the Netherlands, doesn't he?
He does.
Then George, then Kimi. Then we've got Oscar, Lewis, Charles, Max, Liam, Gabby, and Arvid.
Yeah.
Had to really think of their first names there. That was and Lawson, he was actually pretty close to Verstappen here.
He was, yeah.
I think he was, he did as you'd hope, as you'd expect, I think.
Yes. So all good. All what we expected.
Not a repeat of his last time in Red Bull, so that's good. Right, onto the race. 72 laps. I got some good intel that it rained just before the start.
Yep. It rained just before the start because I was soaked. And it was like a proper, really heavy downpour as well. Whilst we were watching the opening ceremony.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the driver's parade. The driver's parade. I have a video of the driver's parade. I think George Russell gave me a thumbs up. So therefore I cursed him. But yeah, we got waves off all the drivers and it was nice. It was near just after turn 10 on the second straight mode area. So we saw Can Go Fast.
Oh, nice.
Ish.
Could you hear the super clipping?
No, but we saw a couple of overtakes in Porsche Cup and F1 Academy and
Villeneuve,
stuff.
was it falling down to the back?
Fucking Villeneuve at the back, yeah. Yes. I watched him just trundle around like, fuck you, Villeneuve.
Oh.
It was great.
I presume he's just there to get a paycheck from Porsche.
The on-track commentators were saying, like, oh, it's Jacques Villeneuve in this car, because I'd already identified that car as, like, my favourite livery car. I was like, look how cool that livery is. And then they were like, that's Jacques Villeneuve. And I was like, fucking, of course it is. Of all the people. I don't know any of the names in Porsche Cup. All I know is that those cars are so fucking loud.
Yeah.
Like, so loud. So, yeah, the driver's parade was cool. Last year they just had them all on a big truck, so it was nice to... Like, they gave them individual cars.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's better. Yeah.
The other thing as well, so when you're at a Grand Prix, there's this thing called the Paddock Club, which
Hmm.
is people pay too much fucking money or get given it for free by their work, right? But they get to do like the driver's parade in a big truck, and they go round. Well,
Okay.
so they go around the track and wave at the people in the grandstands, which is fucking stupid, by the way, because we booed them. We booed these poshos. And we were like, you've paid too much money, dickheads, It was really, really funny. It was a really good time.
Yeah, so it was drying out. Really, only the last corner was the one that looked wet, which they did note before the race started. They did say that.
Yeah.
They also were talking about how nervous Lando was because, like, you know, the way they try to ambush them and do an interview as they kind of walk down to the, where they have to stand for the national anthem and stuff. Well, Lando, they ambushed him there, and he was just like, yeah, I don't know what we're going to start on. And then he just, instead of walking to the end and going out the gate, he just turns and jumps out this window, basically, in the fence.
Oh my God. Lando.
And they're like, yeah. So yeah, I think he just didn't want to talk to Craig Slater or somebody. Like,
no one should want to talk to Craig Slater, to be honest.
It was kind of funny. It looked like, what is he doing? And then suddenly, there's like a little gap in the fence, and he's like jumping through.
Just jumped through.
So that was good.
Wow.
Then
poor Lando.
There was a lot of chat on the choice of tyres, but it's irrelevant because we only get one lap. So the race starts. Russell has a bad start, and Antonelli gets past him. Piastri, he had quite a good start, but then because Russell was so slow in front of him, he has to kind of check up, and then that allowed Leclerc to get past. So it was quite a good start. Like, Leclerc has an amazing start. He just flies past Hamilton in front of him, and then Hamilton has to swerve to get him out of the way, and then that pushes Max onto the dirt. They all did pretty well to avoid each other there. And for the rest of the lap, but then we come to that last corner, which is a little bit damp.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Do you wanna? What's your perspective? What happened?
What's my perspective on it? Well, he went too much onto the curve on the corner and lost it, and ended up in the wall, and that was it. The day was over. Everyone in the grandstands, everyone wearing orange, was now a papaya fan. So. Yeah. The on-track commentators thought it was Oscar Piastri's fault at first, which was quite funny, because I was all ready to blame Oscar. I was like, yeah, let's go. But it wasn't, obviously. He did it to himself. But it was just really sad.
Yeah, I think just incredibly unlucky.
So, like, obviously, you spend all the build-up singing, da-da-da-da, Max Verstappen. Anyway, we were changing it. We were singing, da-da-da-da, Liam Lawson. And the Lando Norris and stuff like that. So we were trying it out in the grandstand.
Fun. Yeah, it's like in the TV. We didn't see it happen because basically the exact place he crashed was blocked out by like a little bridge going over the straight. So all you saw was this kind of smoke and stuff flying around. But you're like, what the hell just happened? And then, then they showed us another angle. And Max, he takes a slightly closer line to the inside. I think there must have been just a little bit damp, and then got some crazy, I don't know, understeer, and then tried to correct it, and then the correction just bit and sent him straight into the wall. Really dramatic.
Big hit. Yeah.
And then behind that, Bortoletto has a 360 spin, which was pretty dramatic because Hulkenberg, his teammate, had to basically just avoided it at the last minute. It was really. I don't know if it was luck or skill, basically, but because it
could be both.
It could be both, yeah. He gets past him, which was pretty dramatic. Then, obviously there's double yellows there. Lindblad and Colapinto get drive-through penalties because they passed somebody under the double yellows. They were both kind of unhappy about it because they were like, would have been more dangerous for me to like slow down from the speed I was doing. So not my fault.
Yeah.
But they were not happy about it.
Yeah.
Ocon passes Albon, and Albon's on the radio being like, that's not cricket, basically. And but it turned out it was fine. It turned out it was Albon's fault that it was past all the yellow flags, and Ocon was entitled to do it, even if it isn't maybe, after you've just gone through a massive crash like that, and there's going to be a safety car, maybe don't try a pass. But I mean, legally it was fine.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. Ocon's got that Senna spirit.
Yeah. Just because we're talking about Colapinto, he gets another 10-second penalty later for ignoring yellow flags. So he really, he does not care about yellow flags.
No. Which, is fine. Liam also gets a penalty for ignoring yellow flags, and I watched him do it. So I watched the yellow flags come out, and I watched him not slow down. So that was funny. I was like, I'll wait for that penalty to come through.
Yep. Yeah, I think it didn't affect his position at the end. So
no, it didn't. No,
it didn't matter. So obviously red flag,
which meant we got 10 extra minutes of DJ time.
Oh, great!
And like mental music and singing all the weird songs and having a good time.
Yeah, actually, that was you kind of sort of ruined that for me because. I could hear the songs and I was like, oh, that's a stupid
Did you hear Byler?
Yeah.
Yes! Oh, I was so happy. Yes. Oh, I hoped you could hear Byler. Guess what? I've got more songs to show you.
Oh, no. God.
That'll be fun. You get to hear all the weird Dutch songs now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
Byler was great. What a good time. I'm glad everyone could hear Byler because it really is. It's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to the race. Now some people do change their tyres. Norris and Leclerc switch to the soft. Piastri goes onto the hard for some reason. Antonelli and Russell, they stay on the medium that they started on, I think. Then we get the restart, but it takes ages for them to go round because it turned out there was a red light in the pit lane came on. And a few people ignored it. Behrman ignored it. Stroll obeyed it, and then was on the radio basically saying all of those other people should get big penalties. In the end, they investigated after the race and gave them like reprimand or something. So Stroll was really angry, it seemed, about that. That then took ages for them to catch up to the back. Then Behrman, his car stops.
Behrman stopped his car right in front of me.
Oh.
Parked it over the road from us, gave us all a wave. Bless him. Little cutie. We were all like, no, Ollie, no.
Yeah.
We gave him like a round of applause and everything, and he waved, and yeah.
Oh.
He stood there for ages as well before someone came and got him. He was there for a good 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Anyway, so they do another formation lap. Just because the front runners were waiting there so long that it would have been mad, I think. Yeah. One more lap formation. Then we do get a standing start. Antonelli has another good start. He passes Norris to get into the lead. Piastri does a very nice move to get past George. George didn't see it coming at all, apparently. He even said it in the later that he's like, I didn't even notice he was there, and suddenly he was past him. So good one, George. At this point in the Sky commentary, they have poor Bernie Collins, and she's like, it's like, I wonder if people can actually get to the end on one stop or something. And then, like, a few laps later, she's like, no, forget everything I've said. Like, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So we do start to see the pit stops. Russell pits lap 18, tries to undercut Oscar. Oscar pits the next lap to cover him, but they screw up a stop.
Yeah.
And he actually comes out behind Russell. So, yeah, really not good for Oscar. Then lap 22, Antonelli, Norris, Leclerc, pit. Hamilton stays out a few laps more, just trying to get the offset. And then he pits, which will be relevant later. On the TV coverage, they showed us this crazy battle between Hulkenberg, Lindblad, and Gasly.
Yes.
Which looked like a lot of fun. It looked like a good battle. And in fact, Tsunoda comes up and joins it as well. He does a very, I'd say, cheeky overtake on Gasly.
Yeah.
Even though they're supposed to be friends, I thought it was like a bit of a surprise. Yeah, poor Gasly, he's there trying to pass Lindblad and then doesn't get past Lindblad. And
Yuki
then
just comes in.
Yeah, Hulkenberg and Yuki robs him. So instead of gaining a place, he loses 2 places. So yeah. Oscar, I don't know, his race isn't going so well. I don't know what it is exactly, but
they messed him up because didn't they pit him from hards onto more hards?
Yeah, the hards. I think the hards weren't really working for anybody.
I don't think that was the right choice. Yeah.
No, I think
they really, really screwed him.
Yeah, and Ferrari. Well, we'll talk about. I was going to talk about the end. They actually looked like they had really good race pace, and so I was going to ask: did the drivers fumble quali? Did the team fumble strategy, or is that just the way their car is? Anyway,
yeah,
they do. They look like they got good pace, and they passed. Both of them passed Oscar. Lap 40, Antonelli and Russell pit. Yeah, it was a bit early, but I mean, I guess it's okay. Leclerc and Hamilton. No, Hamilton, he's on the newer tires. He's caught up to Leclerc. He wants to pass quickly. They tell Leclerc to pit. He doesn't pit.
Yeah.
He comes on the radio and says, "Look," he's like, "No, I want whatever offset I had to George from before. I'm keeping it. So." If I pit 2 laps after him, I'm pitting 2 laps after him. Yeah, he stays out, which holds Hamilton up. I mean, it's just the usual Ferrari don't want to favour one driver or the other, so they compromise one of their drivers'
compromise
races.
them both.
Yeah, it's not good. Anyway. Then Lando does pit, but he comes out behind Antonelli, but with 7 lap younger tyres, which... As it turned out, the degradation was really high at this track. So, yeah, having an offset like that is going to make a big difference. So it's no surprise that, 7 laps later, he does pass Antonelli.
Yes. So good. Very popular in the stands.
Oh,
As I said, everyone became a Lando fan. Yeah. Yeah, once Max was out, everyone was a Lando fan. So.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
I think it's just anyone but George. You know? I think if Kimi had won, it would have also been quite popular, but I think Lando winning was a bit more popular.
Yeah. Yes, it was actually when Antonelli caught up behind Hamilton that Lando made his move. It was quite nice. Good. Then we get some drama because we start getting some VSCs. So first, Ocon stopped on the track.
Yeah.
Again, well, we don't know if it's the same problem as Berman, but just Haas problems. And so Hamilton, Leclerc, and Piastri all pit. And then a lap later, Antonelli pits. Bit curious, I guess we'll come to it. Because George stays out, which puts him like 8 seconds ahead of Antonelli.
Yeah.
Yes, interesting. So then race is going. Antonelli catches up relatively easily to George, and then George is on the radio pleading for teamwork because he's like, we'll get the double podium here. Mercedes come on the radio and tell him to invert. He does invert, but then is still grumbling about it. He's like, yeah, you just lost us the double podium there. Thanks a lot.
I was baffled when they did that because obviously you don't get a lot of context of what's happening whilst you're there. But I thought, absolutely fantastic from Mercedes to fuck George over like that. Great. Loved that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was clear. I'm not 100% sure what Russell was asking for here. Now, to be charitable to be him, I think he was saying, I'll let Kimi pass me, but I want him to stay within 1 second so I get the overtake mode.
Yeah.
And then I can hold off the 2 Ferraris. Because the 2 Ferraris here, they pitted, and then they're obviously pretty fast as well. So it does look inevitable that they'll catch and pass him if he doesn't get some help from Kimi. Apparently, Kimi was told to stay within a second, and then Bono said, just ignore that and just go off now. So
Yeah, go
I
on.
think Mercedes...
Because I thought it was because they thought he could catch Lando.
Yeah, there was...
But there was no way that he was catching Lando at the pace that he had, so...
Yes, it turned out
it
Lando
was
had
a weird
incredible
strategy.
pace. Nobody saw it coming, but he was able to...
Not even Lando.
Well, yeah. Although Lando, he's very cocky now. He's in this some sort of cocky mode. Whatever headspace he's got into now, he's like, I'm the best. Like, it's interesting to hear that. He's not normally like that. So yeah.
He said something like, I read it earlier, and he said like, I'm going to start being a bit more positive or something.
Yeah.
Like, because I am driving like a world champion or something like that, and I'm like, good for you.
Yeah, it's an interesting headspace to be in, but yeah. I think the idea was that maybe Kimi, I think anybody else he would have caught up, but yeah, Lando was just super fast.
Too fast.
Basically, I had the same pace on his old tires that Kimi had on the new ones. Although Kimi was also complaining, he said like he's got his aero he was like, Bono, there's something wrong with the car. It's not fast or something. He was like, the aero feels broken, and apparently there was nothing wrong, just something weird with that tire didn't suit them or something. But so it wasn't clear if whether Mercedes thought there was a chance of catching Lando, or whether they thought there's no point risking Kimi's P2 because the Ferraris are going to catch and pass George no matter what. So like even with the overtake mode, I don't. Anyway, it'll be debated. I mean, it does add to the conspiracies against George, which is funny.
Yeah.
But actually, the world conspires, or at least Williams conspire, to save George, because just when Hamilton and Leclerc are catching up...
Honestly.
Yeah.
The gap, he was so close, Lewis was so close, and he was going to get him, like, the next lap. And I was cheering Lewis on.
Yeah.
Me, of all people. I'm like, come on, Lewis, come on, Lewis. And then fucking VSC out of nowhere. Thanks, Williams.
Yeah, the Williams are fighting for P15 or something.
Wow. So good.
Sainz, he gets it wrong and then locks up and then crashes into Albon, and then there's debris on the track, and so they call the VSC with like a few laps to go, but it's basically over. So the race does restart, but like I think it takes some time to get tire temp and stuff, so basically nothing happens.
Yeah.
And so it finishes.
George escapes.
Yeah, George escapes with the podium, the double podium that he was so, pleading to hang on to.
Yeah.
He gets it. It's funny, in the interviews afterwards and in the cool-down room, he was saying things like he knew exactly what was going on, so all that stuff in the radio was just, like pure
performative. Bollocks.
Yeah.
Like he normally does. Typical George.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So Lando wins, Antonelli second, Russell third. Then we've got Hamilton, Leclerc, Piastri, Lawson, Hulkenberg, Alonso, and Gasly. So where will we start?
Alonso?
Alonso, yeah.
Alonso. Let's start with Alonso, shall we?
Yeah, well...
What the fuck?
Upgrade's working, I mean... Because it seemed to be on pace, it wasn't on some luck or anything. Maybe, I don't know. I think one of the VSCs got him a quick pit stop, but apart from, that's where you'd sort of expect. I think, it does look that Aston Martin are now kind of, they've jumped from being the 10th team up to like 7th, let's say.
Yeah.
Or at least they are ahead of Williams, Haas, and Cadillac now. I don't know if they're quite in. Then there's this, it's really stratified now, right? Because you've got the ones way down at the bottom, those 4 teams. Then you've got Audi, Alpine, and the Racing Bulls in there, kind of fighting for the P9, P10 space. And then you've got the big 4, right? So, Anyway, upgrades seem to be working, so maybe Aston Martin won't be as shameful as they have been. Gasly also had those upgrades that he had and
Yep.
Colapinto didn't, and so seemed to help, seemed to kind of get them into the points. Audi, both of them looked pretty good. Bortoleto, very good quality, but then had that spin, so his race is fucked. And Hulkenberg, good race, good points.
Yeah.
Then, let's talk about the Red Bulls and the Racing Bulls. Sonoda finishes ahead of Lindblad, but Lindblad obviously had that drive-through, so can't really compare. But, I don't know how to feel. Like, should I be impressed or not that Sonoda sort of came in and did that? I mean, it's a new generation of car, but then he is the reserve driver, so he should have some knowledge.
He should have some experience. He said these cars are really easy to drive or something after. I was like, okay, back it up. You can't come out and say these cars are really easy to drive and then finish what?
P12. Well, they also say that the Racing Bulls, that's their design principle.
What, make it easy to drive so any idiot can come in and do it?
Yeah, pretty much. That like they're a development team for Red Bull, so it's like
I guess
it's a step
designed for children.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Yuki, I mean, still fairly good. I think. I mean, fairly solid. I do wonder if they put like Soloff in, probably would have done about the same. But anyway, Lawson, I think pretty good job overall. Yeah. I mean, finished. I mean, P7, P8 is as good as he was ever going to get, I think. So
the problem with Liam is, for some reason, he doesn't. Either they tell him not to, or I don't know. But whenever I pay attention to what Liam's doing in any race, he'll always just go around on his own. Like, there's never anyone near him, but he also never catches up to anyone. So, like, wherever he is, he's just there on his own. Like, there's a big gap in front of him, a big gap behind him. Like, I was just watching him go around and then, like, be sat waiting 10 seconds for the next person. Like, okay. Yeah, it's weird. And he does this all the time, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's on purpose, if it's just, I don't know, a skill issue. I don't know.
Well, he is often in the same part of the track as Lindblad, and the two of them have they don't seem to get on track at least.
But like this was, I mean, maybe if Max had still been there, he'd have been near to Max.
Yeah, well, it was pretty clear the Red Bull was not not in the same category.
It wasn't as fast as
So basically, that's exactly where they are. They've fallen back from the big three, but they're not as bad as the other ones behind them. So that's exactly where you'd expect them to finish. Yeah, we'll see if he gets another go in the Red Bull in Monza. That will be 2 weeks. Could happen.
Yeah.
Then, let's finish with McLaren and Mercedes. Lando looked really good. Oscar not quite on it this weekend. The tires didn't suit him. The strategy didn't work for him, but did seem a little bit off the pace compared to Lando. I think Lando just is a better driver, or at least has more experience.
Yes.
And so can adapt. Like, Lando's adapted to this new car, whereas Oscar, I think, is not quite there yet.
Yeah. I do think it takes Oscar a little bit of time to warm up to things.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing, but maybe, if you were going to try and prove that you were actually really good and world champion material, maybe do that a bit faster. Don't know. But yeah, no, I think Lando's just had he's obviously had a really good summer break and he's come back and, it's a good time.
Yeah. And then the Mercedes, Russell, I think, looking back, it's an okay week. I know, but come on. It's an okay weekend for him. Got the sprint pole, got the sprint win, right?
Yeah.
And then wasn't that, was only one place behind Kimi. But he did look fast. I don't know, he did look a bit faster than Kimi, and then just Kimi still extended his lead over him. So, well, I don't know. I keep expecting this to be some big fight back, and it's just not happening.
It's not going to work. It's not going to be.
Like, last year, Antonelli, there were tracks where he just did terribly at.
Yeah.
and it looked like this was going to be one of those weekends, but he still manages to extend his lead. So, maybe, at some point I will have to accept that he's the favourite.
Well, so if this home race curse continues, the next race will technically be Kimi's home race, so he might DNF, or at least not score points.
Yes,
so we'll see.
We'll see. Good. Okay, that's F1. Will we do F1 Academy next?
Yes, very quickly.
Yeah, I think it will be quick because at least
there's not much, does it?
The race itself, I thought, was pretty boring, but
yeah, it was very boring. Yeah.
So let's start quali. It was damp at the start. They all go out on wet tires. It eventually dries up.
Yeah.
Billard ends up in the gravel. It's a red flag. Ferreira goes into the wall. Red flag. So there's like 5 minutes running at the end. Ella Lloyd, Matilda Pats, and Ella Stevens, they decide to stay in the wet tire. Lloyd's engineer actually says, like, look, we know the slick is the better tire here, but we don't think it'll warm up in time. But turned out he was wrong, because everybody else went out in the slick and did good times. And, well, no surprise, it's Palmowski is P1.
Yes!
Just dominating as usual. Then Larson, Granada, Feldemeyer, Kederman, Robertson, Bruce, Westcott. Now, it would have been Zoe Florescu.
Yes, the wild card.
The wild card, but her car had the wrong lube in the engine.
It had the wrong lube, so she got all her times deleted.
Yeah.
She was doing really well, actually.
Yeah.
She, for a wild card, she definitely impressed, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the main race, but,
No.
In qualifying and in the reverse grid race, she was pretty good.
Yeah, I think
it's a shame. It's a shame about the lube.
Then onto the race. Well, because Florescu got disqualified or whatever, it meant Westcott starts on pole.
Yep.
Lucky for her. So in the sprint race, Palmowski stalls at the start. Seems to break her clutch, like trying to get it going. So really not good.
Terrible.
Westcott gets away because Kederman and Bruce are fighting. And then Granada crashes, brings out a safety car. Then Bruce is just falling back completely. Like, it's just, I guess that's what happened in the reverse grid races, isn't it? That people sort of fall. Larson is looking really fast.
Yes.
She passes everybody in front of her and basically gets up to P2, but Westcott's kind of got too much pace, I think, and can't be caught. So Peyton Westcott wins it. Then Larson, then Kederman. Then who do we have? Costerman, Lloyd, Robinson, Bruce, and Dobson score points. Feldemeyer got penalty for fighting with Robson or Robertson, and drops down. Westcott, they interviewed her before, and she was saying how much she liked the banking in the Netherlands because it lets her imagine she's driving an Indycar.
Wow!
So
great.
I think we can see which direction she's going to go next.
Yeah, she'll be straight on to Indy next, probably.
Yeah.
Or USF Pro.
Yes, probably USF Pro. Maybe even, we'll see. There is somebody, is it Costerman or Countryman? I think it's Countryman is also doing this year the USF 2000.
Yeah.
I think she's, let's have a look. She's 20th. But she has had to miss a few race weekends. So. And then, yes, well, speaking of Costerman, she drives the Lego car. And apparently there was Lego flowers for the winner.
Yes, that's what the winners got. Lego bouquet of flowers. Which I was very concerned if they dropped them. Because they would just smash it to a million pieces, I imagine.
Then for the feature race, really straightforward. In 17 laps, but essentially nothing happened.
Ella Lloyd did a couple of overtakes.
Okay.
Because I watched them happen.
Yes, I didn't see that.
In front of me. Yeah.
But
that was it. Not much, like, up front, nothing happened.
No,
it was further back.
It seemed like Palmowski and Larson were at a different level to everybody else and just went off on their own. And but Palmowski obviously fastest there. So she gets another win, relatively easy one. Then Larson second, Haydeman third. She won it last year, didn't she? Oh, she won the sprint last year, so nice to be on the podium at a home GP. Then we have Granada, Feldermeyer, Bruce, Robertson, Lloyd, Westcott, and Gusterman is your top 10. But not the best race. No. There was some debate online of, is this group better or worse than last year? Because they do seem to crash. They crash less, I would say.
Yeah, but
the races
they crash less, but they're not as good.
Yeah, that's my feeling as well.
Yeah, I think this is, as a grid, worse than last year.
Yeah, I also wondered if maybe it's sort of like this is just it's finding the level it's supposed to be at. That we've had people like Pan and Verg and Pullin who would have been like who essentially dropped down to compete in it. That they were like. This is supposed to be F4. This is supposed to be for people like coming in,
just
starting. So Palmowski again, she did British F4, I think, didn't she? She did really well at it, and like she should have skipped this and gone to GB3 or a Freck or sort. So like eventually those people will like be sort of like won't go through F1 Academy anymore. Will just like. We'll skip it on the way up, and so that maybe the level will get less, but it'll become more competitive.
Yeah.
Right. Finally, let's move on to IndyCar and
America.
Some endurance racing because it was endurance because the race itself was like way longer than it's supposed to be. Like
147 laps.
Yeah, it was 147 laps. Basically, they wanted it to add up to 250 miles. So, like, Freedom 250. But, like, it was about 50% too big. Like, it should have been 100 laps.
Yeah, I think it was 100% too big.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Anyways, but special occasion. Like,
yeah. I watched... all the silly build-up and the sort of pomp and ceremony.
Yeah, it was a lot of that. A lot of flyovers from various planes and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways.
A lot of singing and a lot of praying for cars and a lot of American liveries for non-American drivers.
Yeah, that was quite funny. Yeah. Louis Foster had all the basically the Declaration of Independence,
Incredible.
Again, that's a hate crime, I think.
That is a hate crime. Poor Louis.
I mean, it was apparently they only had like 6 months to sort of put it together, so I think they did a really good job from that point of view. But the track itself, very blocky, like very Minecrafty. Like basically, it's a square with a chicane at the end, but
yeah, because America streets.
Exactly, yeah.
So.
And they obviously wanted to go down Pennsylvania Avenue. They wanted to go in front of Congress. And they wanted to go past the National Archives and the Air and Space Museum. And so I think to get those shots, there was only one track they could really choose. And I mean, it seemed fine in the end. I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, actually. Except, well, like any good IndyCar track, it had a big bump. It actually had a couple of bumps, but it had one which was really nasty that, like, in the free practices, a few people just went over it and then straight into the wall. Like, just...
Nice.
There wasn't enough time. But I think they figured out the right line by the end. But I thought there'd be a lot more, cautions. And there's still quite a few cautions, but I expected a lot more. No, you mentioned the build-up, but did you listen to any of the international feeds of, like,
no.
stuff? there was, you'd probably hate it, but Will Buxton, he was on about, first of all, he was talking about chocolate. Favorite, like, I guess somebody asked him in the international, like, what's your favorite chocolate? Which I thought was kind of brave or stupid of him. He was like, Hershey's, it tastes like vomit.
Yeah.
I thought he'd have to apologize for that or something. Like, I guess Hershey's don't sponsor anybody, maybe, but it was funny. And then there was an extensive discussion of chips/crisps.
Wow.
And in fairness to Will Buxton, he did say the Irish potatoes were the best. So he's right there. But then he also started going on about discos, pickled onion Monster Munch. And then he started.
He's such a fucking meme.
A bit. He started talking about scampi fries, and he had to try and explain scampi fries to T-Bell and Hinch. Like,
oh my god!
It's like, how do you put yourself? Them?
Exactly. Why would you put yourself in that situation where you have to try and explain scampi fries to anyone who's not British? Like,
yeah.
Seriously,
they did not understand, but they got the idea. I think that. I think Will Buxton said he opened them on a plane once, and it was a bad idea.
Ooh, that's a health hazard. That.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, anyway, that was fun / infuriating, depending on how much you like that sort of thing.
I tried to watch bits of it whilst I was in the campsite, but unfortunately, signal being what it is in the campsite, can't really watch much. And also, I fell asleep during qualifying. So.
Yeah. Well, let's get to quali. First thing to note, the groups, they somehow changed the way they split the groups up. And I meant like group 1 was really stacked with all the good people.
Yeah.
Group 1, we saw VK crash, but then sort of limped home. I think basically crashed right outside the pit lane entrance. So he was able to just straight into the pit lane, which meant he didn't have his times deleted. And the same for Will Power, did the same. He hit the wall and then sort of got home. So, but the times, they were almost good enough, but not quite good enough to transfer. And so we have Kirkwood, Armstrong, Below, Lungard, Award, and Felix Rosenquist get through.
Nice.
Group 2, Simpson crashes, of course.
Of course.
Messes up Dixon's lap, and Dixon was on a really fast one. And so he didn't actually transfer Dixon. So we had Lucas, Kyle Collette, Rasmussen, McLaughlin, Siegel, and Hauger get through. So
Siegel.
Yeah, as I said, Group 2 was a lot easier. But the McLarens were quite good.
I was going to say, the McLarens obviously better because they are Trump's favourite team, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk to conspiracies at the end. I think there's something up. Right. Then, so in the Fast 12, we saw Kirkwood, McLaughlin, Palou, Armstrong, Lucas, and Rasmussen get into the Fast 6. They did that thing where, the engineers choose. So we got to see the absolute weirdos who manage these drivers like on the pit lane. So that was funny. Some of them look like, well, there'd be people like me who want to be part of IndyCar, but obviously not going to be a driver. So, a lot of odd-looking people. Normally it goes like whatever order they finish the Fast 12 in, that's the order they choose to go out, because you want to go out with your tyres as hot as possible. Except McLaughlin didn't do that. His race engineer goes, "We're the 33s, we'll go third." So I guess branding is more important than...
I mean, they are the 33s.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know either, but anyway.
Been watching it for, what, I don't know, 3 years now? Still don't know.
I guess just thirsty for wins, I suppose.
Maybe? Anyway, something about pocket water? I don't know.
Oh, let's not get into that, because that sounds horrible. Yes, okay, quite a lot of people, because they don't get a prep lap in the Fast 6, a lot of people locked up in Turn 1.
Yeah.
So Kirkwood, Armstrong, Lucas and Rasmussen all messed up, but some more than others. But of course, Palou, the robot, never makes a
Typical.
mistake. He gets a pole. Nice,
Great.
clean lap. Then we've got Kirkwood, McLaughlin, Rasmussen, Armstrong, and Malukas. So let's get on to the race, because it's long, 147 laps, as you said. There's a lot of talk whether it's a 4-stop or a 3-stop, and maybe with enough cautions, with fuel save, maybe they can turn it into a 3-stop, which is a bad thing to hear.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Then, well, I don't want to spend too much on Trump, because don't like talking about him, but
it made me laugh because they gave him he was going to wave the green flag, and he was holding it the wrong way around.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was going to note, is how terrible flag wave. But we've seen it before, Tim Apple, as Trump would call him.
Yes, Tim Apple
was also terrible at waving the flag. So, I mean, these people, they have an arrogance, it's
narcissism.
I think that's it.
They're the best at everything, but it's just that they're not. Everyone else can see that.
Yeah.
But they think, I'm sure he thought, I am the best flag waver in the world. I've waved that flag the best of anyone ever has waved a flag.
Yeah.
And everyone went, yeah, of course, Donald, you did. Yeah, absolutely. Well done, Mr. President.
Yes, exactly.
And that's why.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, not going to talk about him again.
Nope.
Race starts. Kirkwood has a nice pass for Palou, gets into P1, but we get an immediate full course yellow because there's debris. I believe it's because Armstrong hit the back of Rasmussen, which is something we'll see again later. So nice little, little sampler.
A teaser. Yeah.
A teaser, yeah, exactly. Race does get back underway. Oh, nice fight between Malukas and Lundgaard. That was quite good. Wheel to wheel on a street track. That's always fun.
Yeah.
But, eventually Malukas backs out and, it settles down. It settles down into a fuel save race. You're like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, that's when I gave up on it. And I was like, right, I'll go to sleep if I watch this, and I want to stay awake.
Yeah, well, a few people went off strat pretty early. Ray Hall, then Grosjean and Simpson, and that actually works for them because we get full course yellow for debris again. A few people then pit and go on another alternative strategy. So that's Malukas, Dixon, Rossi. Well, Malukas then, not long after that, he has a big crash. Just completely fucks it into the wall, basically. But kind of the same as Kirkwood last week. Just sort of clips the inside and then straight into the wall. Nothing he could do about it. Sting-Ray Robb plows into him as well, but in this case, I mean, there was no flags, no nothing. He just came out of the corner and Malukas was there, so can't fault Stingray for this one.
No.
But no.
For once.
Still, if somebody's going to crash, it's going to be him, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Now this lets everybody get like a free pit stop, which is a bit annoying, but it comes at the right time.
Yeah.
And we've talked before how, everything seems to go right for Palou. But guess what? He sort of clips Schumacher's tyres just in front of him as he's drives out. So we do get a mistake. I think he's just sort of spooked that there's somebody on the fast lane and he tries to go out there, then realizes, there's somebody there, and then swerves. So mistake by Palou, gets a drive-through penalty.
Yes.
So the thing is, we've seen it before. We've seen it before. He's got penalties, and it either benefits him some way or he fights back. So, at this stage, I wasn't thinking. I was still thinking, right, Palou's just going to win this, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's bound to. So, we have this situation where Ray Hall is leading, with VK, Simpson, and Grosjean behind, and then we've got Kirkwood. So on the restart, really odd. VK overtakes Ray Hall for the lead, then just drops 3 places immediately for no reason. They speculated it was he hit some sort of like I don't know, engine limiter or something that just I don't know, went a little bit too fast and then
weird.
goes bad. anyway, he drops back a few places, and then Armstrong is there, and Rasmussen is there, and basically Armstrong hits the back of Rasmussen, who then hits into VK and knocks him out.
Aww.
Now they interview VK after this, right? And VK says, with Rasmussen around, either he goes in the wall or you go in the wall. Because
the old razzle dazzle.
At this point, he doesn't know it's Armstrong's fault, so he just assumes Rasmussen put him in the wall.
Keep it that way. Marcus Armstrong's never done anything wrong in his life.
Yeah, well, he gets quite a harsh, by IndyCar standards, quite a harsh penalty, which is a stop and hold. So has to pit and sit there for 10 seconds. So, yeah.
You don't do that very often.
Exactly. So they do tend to, if somebody gets knocked out,
they punish the outcome rather than
they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what happens to him. So obviously we get another full cross yellow and safety car and blah blah. Mm-hmm. Well, just looking in on the primary strategy, Kirkwood is leading it, then McLaughlin, but Lundgaard has managed to get up to P3. He's always quite good at the road and street circuits, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
The ones ahead of the other strategy, they do eventually pit. Then Palou tries to go off strategy himself, so he pits when nobody else is pitting. I guess he wants clean track or something. But now his team screw up.
Aha!
So his left front tire doesn't go on properly. He tries to go. He realizes they stop and put it. So he comes out a lap down. He comes out behind Kirkwood.
Yes.
So
amazing. He's
screwed. There's no coming back from this, I think.
Yeah.
So quite
good.
I like Palou more than you for sure. But I'm always sort of rooting against him just because I want something interesting to happen, and this was interesting. To see his mistakes actually get punished is incredible. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Good.
I mean, up at the front, Kirkwood, McLaughlin, Lundgaard, Power, they're all sort of chasing each other, but then there's all this traffic they have to go through, and it's just nothing's happening. The gaps are ebbing and flowing, but there's not much going on. There was this line of commentary, which I thought was interesting. T-Bell or somebody said, well, Kirkwood there, he's just cruising around. And Will comes on and says, yes, well, there's other definitions to that word, isn't there?
What?
And he then goes on to explain he means that he's still going really fast, so it's not what normal people think of cruising. But
sure,
I thought he was going to say something else.
Yeah, me too. Wow.
But he just meant
what are you trying to say?
He's still going
trying to say, Will Buxton?
200 miles an hour, but Anyway, Kirkwood likes cruising around, apparently.
Wow.
Then, next big thing is another mistake from Palou.
What? What a day.
Incredible. This is lap 118 now, so well into the race. Just bins it into the wall, basically. I mean,
fantastic.
Not much more to say.
Maybe he got inspired by Max. Maybe that was it.
Maybe, yeah. He does get it back to the pit lane, scraping his front wing along, which I think in F1 you get in trouble. You get in trouble, but IndyCar, whatever.
You don't care.
So he does eventually go back out, which actually, I think gets him up another place or something. So, fair play to the team. I wondered if this was a strategic masterclass from Barry Wanza, because it meant that Kirkwood, who had built up a lead, a good 8, maybe 10-second lead over McLaughlin, suddenly he's that lead's gone. Kirkwood's on the hard tyre, McLaughlin, Lundgaard and Power all on the soft tyre, which actually meant something here. And so I thought, okay, Palou's been told, fuck it into the wall. Because
he's doing strategy for other people.
Well, he doesn't want Kirkwood to win the race and get points. So he's like, I'll
Yeah.
put him back.
Uh,
I'll give McLaughlin and Lundgaard a
yeah.
chance. So,
Maybe.
I'm not
Yeah.
really scoring any points anyway, so might as well straight into the wall.
But you can't have a non-American win the American race.
Well, exactly. So let's just finish the race and then talk about that. So we do get the restart. McLaughlin does overtake Kirkwood, but unfortunately puts it straight into the wall. Just
Ugh.
carries too much speed. Yeah, really disappointing.
Oh.
Yeah, just too eager. Just carried too much speed through. And fair play to Kirkwood. He saw it coming. He just let McLaughlin go past him into the wall. He was fine. In the background, Felix Rosenquist also spun around for some reason. I don't know why. Then, okay, we get the restart. There's 13 laps to go. Lundgaard catches up and then just completely falls back. So basically, we were robbed of any drama. It ends. Kirkwood wins the one and only Freedom 250.
Wow.
I mean, they probably will come back to DC, but it won't be. It'll be like 100 laps, so it won't be the 250.
Better be. Better be a lot less than this one, because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was quite a long race. Then, Kirkwood wins, Lundgaard second, then Will Power, another podium for him.
Nice.
Then we've got Ericsson, Simpson, Siegel, Dixon, Newgarden, Collette, and Grosjean. So, peculiar top 10 there.
Yeah.
But I think that's just what happens. Kirkwood, he goes to do some donuts to celebrate, but breaks his gearbox.
Oh, no.
Pretty pathetic donut.
Oh.
It was sort of half a donut, so that wasn't
I've seen
good.
him with the bald eagle.
Yeah, they had all the, like, I turned it off basically after they interviewed the top three, because first of all, Danica was there, but they sort of quarantine her from the main coverage. She has to talk to that guy.
The stupid old man.
Yeah. So, yeah, I saw the picture afterwards of Kirkwood with the bald eagle.
The eagle, yeah.
Apparently was shitting everywhere. What to say? Well, 3 of the top 4 were Andretti. So, obviously they had a really good car. But just a shame for Will Power. Like, I'm sort of rooting for him to win a race.
Me too.
Just his qualifying, he just puts it in the wall too much, and then he's on the back foot. And, it's such a shame.
Yeah.
Now we come to the conspiracy. No, they definitely sabotaged the Spanish speakers. So, Award and Pillow, they didn't let that happen, and then they did. Things went Kirkwood's way when. So I think we're always going to get an American winner of the Freedom 250.
But the thing is, there was only 8 Americans in the entire field.
Yeah,
and one of them's Sting-Ray Robb. And the other one's Nolan Siegel. So, I don't know, I feel like they might have wanted a John Yu win more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, All-American. Yeah. John Yu, but he's just not at it. It's because his poor foot is still sore.
Oh, I know, it's so... Yeah, well, he doesn't have to drive. Felipe Nasr could be driving.
Yeah.
There'd be even less Americans on the grid. But I
think Scotty Mack is
like Kyle.
American now, so they could.
No, he's not. He's from New Zealand.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Until
Kirkwood.
he races under the American flag.
Yeah.
Then I like Kirkwood, but I would rather like Malukas.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you. Yeah.
But,
No, fair play to Kirkwood. He is really, I mean, king of the street circuits. He really is. He really is that good.
He is very good,
Yeah. Well, so what it does mean for the championship, it's not over. It's still pretty unlikely, but another weekend, another weekend like that for Palou, and we could have league, as the Spanish say. We have league. So let's hope. I mean, it's ovals next, so
yes,
Palou.
Novels.
He is good on them now, but he's not as good
historically
as other people.
Not.
I know.
Historically not the best, but getting better at it.
Yeah.
The man has no weaknesses, but if we had to pick a thing that he wasn't as good at, perhaps an oval.
Yes. Anyway, we still got some hope. We've still got hope for a showdown in Laguna Seca.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Please, let's hope. At least hope we at least reach there with mathematical chance of somebody else.
I don't want him to clinch it. I really don't want him to clinch it next weekend.
It's probably going to happen, but anyway. Okay.
I know.
So, let's finish on our usual features then.
Mm-hmm.
So, firstly, how was the racing this weekend? I guess pretty good?
Pretty good. I mean, you don't see a lot when you're actually there, but I've got some lovely videos of car go vroom, and
Nice.
So that was all. And I got to wave at Ollie Behrman, and that was cool.
Oh, well, it should meant a lot to him. Then, do we have driver of the day? Actual driver of the day? Liam. For what? For not messing up?
Liam. Just Liam.
Okay, fair.
That's all. I don't like anyone else.
I'm going to choose Yuki then.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. Yes, maybe Alonso? Points?
Yeah, could be.
On pace?
Could be. Could be Hulk?
Could be Hulk, yeah. Who else could we do?
Gasly?
No, I mean, I think that's about right.
They're cheating with the engine. The Mercedes engine.
Kirkwood, American, the Americans all wanted to win it more than anything, and he did it.
Jack Villeneuve for not being last. He was second to last.
Good. Okay, I choose Villeneuve. Do we have an attack mode, or is it just all good?
No. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have a little rant. The organisation was terrible. I don't know if you've seen any of it online, but people talk about it. I showed you a picture, didn't I?
I'd seen a lot of people complain about it.
The crush between the grandstands. There was far too many people, and there was no organisation. So, behind our grandstand, there was a big row of drinks tents and food tents and stuff to buy things. So people were queuing into a crowd of people who half were going one way, half were going the other. There's also these Heineken guys with a beer tap strapped to them, and they can just get you a beer. They were just in the middle of the crowd, so people were crowding around them to get a beer.
Oh,
and also doing this. Also, it had been raining, so there was big puddles all over the floor, and it was muddy as hell. Just terrible. There's a 5-minute walk from our grandstand to the nearest toilets, and to get there and back, it took us an hour just to get through and back. So but Sunday was a bit better, but Saturday was awful. Between the sprint race and qualifying was just a nightmare. It was horrible. So, unfortunate.
Well, I've heard enough. No more F1 races there.
Yeah, exactly. No more. We can't do any more.
Yeah.
We can only do Formula E.
Formula E might be a little less popular unless,
I
don't know, for sure gets a seat or something, which could happen.
Mm-hmm. Could happen.
He's in the mix, apparently, but I don't know why he would. But,
Yeah.
Good. Okay, next week we've got IndyCar in Milwaukee. 2 races there.
2.
Otherwise, thank you for listening. If you have any questions or comments, our email address is theoutsidelinepod@gmail.com.
We are also on Blue Sky at The Outside Line Pod.
Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.